And returning now to one of our top stories, TransCanada is pitching a new plan to get Canadian crude flowing east. The energy giant has proposed building a new pipeline that would bring Alberta crude oil to refineries in Quebec and New Brunswick. Now, Joe Oliver is joining us live. Of course, he made this announcement earlier today. He joins us live from Ottawa to give us the details. And I want to thank you for joining us here today on Right Now.
Most welcome. Happy to do it.
I'm hoping you can expand a bit further about the need for the west to east pipeline and why the government supports this opportunity.
Well, this is a significant opportunity, actually, because it will bring excess available Western crude to the refineries in Montreal, Quebec City, and Saint John, New Brunswick. It will mean a lesser cost domestic crude coming to those refineries instead of higher priced foreign crude. That will generate jobs, economic activity, revenue to governments. It also could potentially result in lower cost gasoline at the pump.
Now, we know that once all the approval processes have been finished, we're likely to see the potential of this pipeline moving forward come late 2017. So for many Canadians, timing is a concern. Why does the federal government not become involved with the National Energy Board review process when it is obviously detrimental to the economy to go slow on the review process?
Well, we introduced last year very significant legislative change. We put fixed timelines for the National Energy Board, 18 months, which we consider adequate but not excessive, so that this review will not go on forever. We've also eliminated duplication. The basic principle is one project, one review. So we're going to have a much more effective, efficient, comprehensive, but not dilatory process. That's a big change, and it's an important change. The other thing that the federal government is doing is making sure that pipeline safety is the best it possibly can be. So we're doubling the number of annual audits. We're increasing the number of inspections by 50%. We're putting in a fine system if companies don't follow the rules. But in addition to that, we're going to foreign countries to develop the markets for our Canadian resources. So this project is supported by that whole group of initiatives of the federal government. But at the end of the day, it's going to get regulatory review, because we don't want any project to go ahead unless it's safe for the environment and safe for Canadians.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about the Keystone XL pipeline. You've been a big proponent of the project. You've been in the United States as of late. It is concerning for some Canadians. There is that possibility it might not happen. And in that case, could we end up reducing the future of Canadian oil production? And not just that, also could this result in higher oil prices in the future as well?
Well, we're very concerned that we find the markets, that we diversify our markets, because we've got this huge amount of proven oil reserves. We're extraordinarily fortunate in this country, but we don't want to see the oil stranded and the legacy lost. What's in play here are billions of dollars of economic activity, many hundreds of thousands of jobs, billions of dollars to support our social programs like healthcare, education, and housing. So we've got a great deal at stake, and actually 2013 is a pivotal year, because we are very likely going to hear from the President of the United States about Keystone, where there's going to be movement on this west-east pipeline, and the final environmental review will come down on Northern Gateway in December. So this is an important year for Canada, for its energy prospects, and therefore for economic development and employment in Canada.
I want to quickly ask you about the Line 9 expansion and reversal. This segment of pipeline used to go west to east and then was converted to go east to west, and now Enbridge wants it to go west to east again. Why would it take a major National Energy Board review of this reversal? Could this process be accelerated, considering it's gone east to west back and forth a few times already now?
Well, it was up to the National Energy Board to decide whether it needed a regulatory review. One of the things I understand that motivated them was there was some public concern expressed, and so that review is being undertaken. But that's another initiative that would move, as you say, the oil from west to east. I mean, it's encouraging to me that there's so many projects that are being talked about, in this country, because here we have these enormous resources, and there are tremendous opportunities for the Canadian economy, for Canadian prosperity and security for generations to come. But we've got to get on with it. We've got to get it done.
We definitely do, and I'd like to thank you so much for your time today, Mr. Oliver. It's a great to see you live in Ottawa as well.
Thank you very much.